Yeah, good evening, Fight View 360 fans. It's your wonder from down under here, your old mate Big J, Jason Fletcher. And today I've got the distinct pleasure of talking to one of Australia's best boxers, if not the best boxer at the moment, former WBA 147 champion, Jeff Horn. Thanks for joining us here this evening, Jeff.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
Oh, mate, it's an absolute pleasure. Absolute pleasure that you've joining us here this evening. So, mate, we're just going to talk, obviously, the big fight is, the big news is it's next Wednesday, yourself and Tim Tszyu, August 26th, at up in Townsville. So how's the camp and everything going for the moment for the fight?
Yeah, look, it's gone great so far. It's been a tough one, but I've probably trained the best I have for any preparation, so I'm very confident in my abilities to win this fight.
Excellent. Yeah, I've been saying for a long time, and I think I might have mentioned it to you on Facebook. I think you're going to win in 6, and I'm going to maintain that right up until the 7th round. So, yeah,
I like that.
Yeah,
it's good to me.
I've been saying that since day dot that you're going to get him in 6. So, at 32 years of age, I know that I've spoken to Glenn in the past that you're going to looking at giving it away around the mid-30s. Is that still the plan, or you haven't thought into that really?
Yeah, look, that's still my expiry date that I put on it, so I haven't changed that so far, and even though we've had a bit of a lull with this coronavirus and everything's kind of slowed down things for a while, that's still the case.
Okay, excellent. All right, fair enough. So a fight on the September 26th, Charlo versus Jason Rosario for all the 154 belts, WBC, IBF, WBA and IBO. Who do you think will win that one? And are you interested in chasing the winner if you get past Tim?
Yeah, look, definitely. I just want the big fights, I guess, and that's a big fight. The world title fight's a big fight, so I think I'd probably be leaning towards Charlo in that one, even though I'm not 100% sure. I'd probably still lean towards him.
Yeah, I honestly think Charlo will get Rosario on that fight myself. So, Charlo v Horn might be down the line in the future. Would be great. And there's also the WBO champion Patrick Trixerio. I hope I pronounced his last name properly. He's got to fight Brian Casatara, I think his name is. After that, is that another guy you're going to pursue?
After those guys?
Yeah, because Patrick, he's got his mandatory coming up, and if he's successful, is that another one that you'll like to pursue, or would you be more interested in Charlo Rosario winner?
Yeah, look, I don't really mind who it is that I fight. To be honest, as long as it's a big world title fight, if they've got the belts, I want the purple.
Fantastic. So, with is there any offer on the cards that would entice you to go back to 147, like Sean Potter, Enrol Spence, Danny Garcia, possibly a rematch with Manny? Is there been ever any talk or any desire to go back to 147, or are you happy at 154?
Look, I'm happy at 154 at the moment. I haven't even had my first fight there yet.
Yeah.
But look, it looks like 147 will probably be out of reach for me anyway to get down to. And I probably would have to have a very, very good offer thrown at me to make me go down to 147 again. Fair
enough. Yep, I think you're going to do wonders at 154, to be honest with you, Jeff. I think it's going to be perfect for you.
Thank you.
No worries, mate. So any promoters from overseas got any interest in you? I know that you've had dealings with Bob Aaron, but have you any contact from Matchroom's Eddie Hearn or PBC's Al Heyman?
Look, I stay out of all the talks. I leave that to Dean Lonergan and Glenn Rushton. They're the ones that manage all that for me, and I stay out of all the talks. I'm not really sure what's happening with that.
Okay, fair enough. So, let's just talk about you outside the ring. You know, we know that you've got your lovely wife Jo and your 2 little girls, Isabel and Charlotte. What's your favourite thing doing outside the ring with the family?
Oh, look, just chilling with them at home is probably a great thing to do. But going anywhere, going to the parks, seeing the kids having heaps of fun out on the parks is great. And just doing all those types of things, just family things that you would like to do on the weekend, going away, going for walks. They're my favourite things to do with the family.
Oh, excellent, yeah. Yeah, that's the family time is what it's all about at the end of the day. So,
exactly. That's what we're fighting for.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I served 10 years in the army for. So. Yeah. Exactly. Just a bit of a random question. Do you remember the first movie you took Joe to by any chance?
Oh gosh, first movie. I cannot. That would have been a long time ago.
Fair enough. Oh, well, can't remember everything. That's all right. So with Pacquiao versus Garcia, Mikey Garcia, and Errol Spence versus Danny Garcia, how do you think those will go? Any predictions on those fights?
No, I'm not really sure, to be honest. I'm sure Pacquiao still got some more in the tank to get some more wins. So as long as he's still got the hunger there, which I'm pretty sure he does.
Yeah, I dare say. I think he's got a lot left more in the tank. I think he's got another probably 2 good 3 years in him. Your thoughts on Mayweather coming back into the sport? Well, there's been non-stop rumours for about a year that he's coming back. He's not. He's coming back. He's not. He's coming back.
I think if Mayweather comes back, he's only going to be coming back in an exhibition or something. I don't think he's going to risk his record at this time, this age of his career, especially after he's retired. I think he would be kicking himself if he came back and had a real fight and actually lost it. He'd be absolutely spewing and wouldn't be able to call himself undefeated anymore. And yeah, I think that would hurt his pride too much for that to ever happen.
I think that's a fair call, actually. I think that's you probably hit the nail right on the head there, Jeff. I actually think that's a very fair call. Okay, so let's talk about Wednesday night. Now, with the undercard, are you familiar with the undercard, or are you just focusing on what you're doing?
Look, I'm just focusing on what I'm doing. I know there's some good fights on the undercard. I've got one of my cornermen, Adam Copland, fighting on the undercard against a talented boxer, Joel Camilleri. And I've got my brother Ben on the undercard as well. So they're 2 fights at least that I know of, and I know there's other good ones as well, like Sean O'Connell. And, there's other fighters on there that I know, but I try and focus on mine as much as I can.
Because I've studied the undercard, and there's been a few changes due to COVID restrictions, and a couple of the New Zealand boys couldn't get over here, unfortunately.
Yeah.
There's been a few, but I think it's a solid undercard. Under the circumstances, I think the matchmakers, Matty Rose and Dean Lodingen, have done a pretty good job getting Australia's, pretty much the best talent they could get on at hand. And I give it a solid B+, the undercard. I think it's going to be a fantastic night. So
yeah, I reckon they've done very well with it, and even more the explosiveness and the likes of Liam Wilson's on it as well.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
There's going to be some fireworks prior to my fight.
Oh, absolutely. I think Liam Wilson is the one to look out for, because his knockout against Jesus, I can't pronounce his last name. His last knockout was just phenomenal. Just that left-hand punch. Did you get to see that one by any chance?
I did. He landed a beautiful shot, just well-timed shot that just knocked him out cold.
It was a beautiful, beautiful shot. Speaking of getting knocked, did you see the Wade Ryan Tim Tszyu fight where Wade tapped Tim in the first round and knocked him down? Do you have any thoughts on that? Because I was thinking... I just want to hear your thoughts on that, because I'm thinking in my opinion, if you hit Tim with the same shot you hit Zarafa, he's going to go to sleep.
Yeah, look, that's a fair call. I guess Tim has never been tested in that way to be hit with the power shot that's going to be coming from someone like me. So I guess he will be tested with it in this fight.
Yeah,
if I'm able to land it.
Yeah. I don't think he'll. I think Tim is in for a bit of a shock come Wednesday night. I think that you're gonna. I mean, I'm a bit biased because you're a Queensland boy, so am I. With the going into the ring, are you guys going to be wearing your jerseys, or is that actually going to happen? You're going to be wearing a Queensland jersey to the ring, or is that thing for discussion? Or
look, I'm not sure what's going on with that. I haven't heard that before, but I don't know if it's a thing that they're kind of contemplating, and it's quite possible, I guess, because it's touted as a Queensland versus New South Wales origin. It's quite possibly we could have something to do with that.
Yeah, I was just thinking of that, because with all the promotion and the state of origin thing with the Queensland, New South Wales, and I've seen you guys with jerseys on, I'm thinking, was that actually going to happen? Because it'd be great if it did, but if it doesn't, oh well, doesn't matter. But it's going to be a great fight regardless. So,
exactly.
Exactly. It's going to be a phenomenal fight. So I just wanted to take you back to probably a fight that people don't talk too much about, is that the Mundine fight. How did you feel after? Look, that was a passing of the torch fight. That's the way I felt it, that, you know, the torch needed to be passed from Mundine to yourself. How did you feel after that victory, even though it was a very, very quick fight, blink and you'll miss it? So, yeah.
Look, I felt great.
Yeah.
They're the best fights that you want to be in, the ones that you don't get really touched in. And I came out of that fight scot-free and didn't really get.
You didn't even raise a sweat. You didn't even.
Yeah.
You didn't even raise a sweat.
Yeah, exactly. So I guess I just landed the perfect shot on him, and that was it. And I guess I was very, very pleased with that result.
Yeah, as we all were, because well, as much as Choc has done great wonders for the sport of boxing and everything that he's done for it, it's certainly time for him to call it a day, and we will always cherish the memories of Anthony Mundine, but it's time for new blood. So,
yeah, look, he has done great for the sport. I can say that. I can remember growing up and watching his boxing fights and getting excited about it. So he's definitely done the sport proud.
He certainly has. So I just want to talk about the Manny fight now. We all know that that's the biggest fight in Australian history. You packed out Suncorp Stadium with 55,000 people. You defeated Manny Pacquiao. Everyone loves that fight. I actually wrote an article on Fight View 360 about it, and I gave it the second best Aussie champion fight by an Australian, world champion fight by an Australian, second only to Horn-Tszyu when he beat Zab Judah back in 2001.
Yep.
How do you feel about that?
That's very good, big kudos. So I appreciate that. It was a massive moment in my career, and I think it is one of the best wins us Australians have had over an international opponent. And I guess we've had plenty of very, very good wins, and I wouldn't say mine's the best, but it's definitely up there.
Oh, definitely. I mean, let me see. I mean, the other fights that are in that list were Danny Gear when he won his unification bout against Felix Schrum, the Sternum, sorry. Jeff Hardy when he won him against Dennis Elbury. Jeff Phoenix fights. Yeah, and to have you up there, yeah, I mean, you're in a very elite class, Jeff. I mean, for my research, you're the only male to ever win a title with the WBO. There's been two girls that win with WBO, Erin McCallum one and Louisa Horton the other. And I believe that you're the only welterweight 147 world champion that we've ever had. So you're in a pretty good class of your own.
I actually didn't know any of that. So I guess that is a feather in the cap to be able to say those type of things. And yeah, maybe that's something I should be extra proud of then.
You should be, yeah. Well, it's all on. I wrote an article the other day, so Australia's best boxers in each division. I went from a minimum weight all the way up to heavyweight, and you're the number one welterweight. I don't believe we've had any other welterweight win a world title. So you're in a very elite class of your own, Jeff. You should be very proud of yourself.
Thank you.
Well, we all are, mate. You know, well, I'm biased. I'm a Queenslander, so...
Yeah. Us Queenslanders stick together.
Absolutely, mate. I mean, and now, I'm a Rocky boy. You're a Brisbane boy. Rocky and Brisbane have their differences every now and then, but when it comes to state of origin, we all come together. So, you know... Well, thanks very much for your time, mate. I know you've got to get off to training. I don't want to take up too much of your time. I mean, I could speak to you all night if we had half the chance.
But, oh, good. It was a pleasure talking to you.
Yeah, it really was, mate. And all the best on Wednesday night. And as I said, you'll get him in 6. Yeah, can you just get him in 6 and make me look good? That would be much appreciated.
I'll see what I can do, but I'm not rushing anything.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. But I think Tim Tszyu is going to be a fantastic talent down the wire. I really think that he's going to go far, but he just not yet. Not yet.
Yeah.
Not yet. So, once you get past him and you go on to win another world title, mate, just remember we're always going to be here following your career at 5U 360. You've got an open invitation anytime you want to have a talk. Let us know, mate, and we'll sort you out.
Thank you very much. Mate.
Yeah, thank you very much. You g'day, Fight You 360 fans. It's your old mate, Big J, Jason Fletcher here, and a big shout out to Jeff Horn for giving us our time. We greatly appreciate it here. Now, just a reminder that the fight is this Wednesday, August 26th. It'll kick off at Australian Eastern Standard Time at 7 p.m. on main event. Check your local international guides, depending on what country you're in for the viewing of the fight. It's going to be a great, fantastic battle. The main event being Jeff Horn versus Tim Tszyu for the IBF Australasian and WBO Global Super Welterweight titles, and of course bragging rights for the top dog position of Australian boxing. So thank you very much for listening, guys. This is your old mate Big J, Jason Fletcher, signing off, and we'll catch you again soon with another exciting interview from more Australian boxers. Right, guys, take it easy. See you later.